there is another big controversy, a massive controversy that has erupted that could lead to a huge transformation of the political landscape in Maharashtra. And this story, viewers, has been triggered by a remark that has been made by the permanent itinerant of the Congress party, that is Rahul Gandhi, who's on a big Bharat Jodo march. But whenever he goes through certain jurisdictions in this country, he says things which end up dividing people, polarizing opinion. The latest was this remark that he made against Veer Savarkar, calling him a traitor. Listen to what he said, viewers.
ये सावरकर जी की चिट्ठी है जिसमें उन्होंने अंग्रेजों को लिखा है और मैं सिर्फ आखिरी लाइन पढ़ना चाहता हूं। अंग्रेजी में लिखी है तो मैं अंग्रेजी में बोल देता हूं। I beg to remain, sir, your most obedient servant, VD Savarkar। ये मैंने नहीं लिखा, ये सावरकर जी ने लिखा है, तो इसको आप पढ़ लीजिए, देख लीजिए। अगर फडणवीस जी देखना चाहते हैं इसको, वो भी देख लें। तो मैं तो इसमें बहुत क्लियर हूं, सावरकर जी ने अंग्रेजों की मदद की थी।
Well, viewers, these letters that have been written, now I want you to watch some of these other pieces of evidence, so to speak, that have been proffered by those who are speaking in favor of Mr. Savarkar and fact-checking Rahul Gandhi. First person is former President Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, who said, Veer Savarkar ji accepted many amazing paths for freedom. Savarkar's character will always guide the new generations. Now, viewers, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was a scholar president. He wouldn't have been saying all of this to misguide future generations by putting out an encomium for a traitor. He wouldn't be doing that, simply. You have former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, who says Savarkar's daring defiance of the British government has its own importance in the annals of the freedom movement. Now, Indira Gandhi, viewers, incidentally happens to be Rahul Gandhi's own grandmother, Dadi ji. And she completely contradicts him. So what is Rahul Gandhi doing? He's demonizing one of Bharat's, one of India's freedom fighters and sons of soil to prove some political point. God alone knows what it is. But viewers, his own grandmother, former Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao, Congress Prime Minister, says Savarkar, a great patriot who imparted a revolutionary fervor to the freedom struggle. Just contrast what Rahul says with what Prime Ministers from his own party, his own grandmother, former presidents have had to say. Former Maharashtra Chief Minister Yashwantrao Chavan, he says, Veer Savarkar never accepted British authority in his whole life. Savarkar took great pains for the independence of the country. Former Congress Neta and Maharashtra Minister Balasaheb Desai, he said, Savarkar's fierce patriotism, his immense sacrifice is in everyone's hearts. Sharad Pawar, former Chief Minister of Maharashtra, a staunch ally of the Congress right now in the state, says Savarkar commands profound love and respect millions of Indians. His sacrifice is the cause of liberation of his motherland. And there are many such testimonials, viewers, that I can bring out. In fact, even Uddhav Thackeray has finally discovered the icon that he had actually sacrificed at the altar of power once again and said, no, I disagree with Rahul Gandhi. Of course, viewers, you can't really take him seriously because he still hasn't called off the alliance with Rahul Gandhi. And remember, this is a political party that said that we trace our ideology back to Savarkar and we want the Bharat Ratna for Savarkar. So here is the opportunity, the politics of convenience, call it what you want to. But I want to open this up. Let's go across to Dr. Anand Ranganathan first. We also have with us Tehseen Punawala and Sanju Verma of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the national spokesperson. Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of this?
Rahul, look, I'm sorry for your namesake, but you have to be from the same planet as Rahul Gandhi to make sense of what he says. And it isn't Earth. One, I remain your obedient servant was a signing off style in letter writing a century ago. And it was used not only by Savarkar, but also by Mahatma Gandhi. Just because Rahul uses, okay, Tata, Khatam, bye-bye to sign off letters doesn't mean that's the only signature style. Two, talking of apologies and obedient servants, Motilal Nehru had to plead and grovel before the viceroy to let his son Jawaharlal Nehru off from Nabha jail, as he couldn't stand the harshness of it. Savarkar was in solitary for 6 months. यहाँ तो चचा 2 हफ्तों में पापा बचा लो कहने लगे 3. And this is important because I want to delve a little bit more philosophically into this. Rahul, distorted histories leave wounds that both medicine and time cannot heal. And very few have been distorted more than Savarkar's. Now there is no doubt that Savarkar was a fearless freedom fighter before he was incarcerated in Kalapani, and that he suffered terribly there. Prolonged spells of solitary confinements and brutal torture. So I am ambivalent towards his mercy petitions that were written at times pleading only for his release as well as for other times for release of all political prisoners. That said, it is also a fact that he had written multiple mercy petitions beginning 1911. By the time Gandhi advised Savarkar's brother that Savarkar should write another mercy petition in 1920, and also wrote an appeal to the British to release Savarkar. Another fact that the Chauthi fails mocking Savarkar nowadays ignore is that the co-founder of the Communist Party of India, Dange, also wrote mercy petitions to the British. And unlike Savarkar, he wasn't even thrown in solitary for a day, leave alone months. Bismil, freedom fighter Ashfaqullah Khan, also wrote mercy petitions. There is also the fact that once released, Savarkar asked Indians to join the British Army, but then so did Mahatma Gandhi. Savarkar was also against the Quit India movement, but then so was Rajaji and Ambedkar, who said, and I quote, the Quit India movement is both irresponsible and insane, showing bankruptcy of statesmanship, unquote. And for those who say you needed to be thrown in jail by the British if you were a true freedom fighter, I ask, was Dr. Ambedkar even thrown in jail by the British even once? There is also the fact that Savarkar was a bold social reformer and, unlike Gandhi, was vociferously against the caste system. Also, his views on Islam are astonishingly similar to the views of Ambedkar, and we don't call Ambedkar an Islamophobe, do we? But then, Rahul, just a minute. There is also another side of Savarkar. Let me quote Sardar Patel in 1948, quote, "It was the fanatical wing of the Hindu Mahasabha directly under Savarkar that hatched the conspiracy to kill Gandhi and saw it through," unquote. Savarkar was acquitted because the approver statement that Savarkar blessed Godse and Apte with Yashasvi Bhava could be corroborated. Court never called as witness Savarkar's bodyguard and secretary, who would have contradicted Savarkar's testimony. In 1964, in fact, new evidence emerged through Tarun Bharat's editor Ketkar's admission.
Yes.
The Kapoor Commission was set up and it concluded that Savarkar indeed was directly involved in Gandhi's assassination. Rahul, just 20 seconds. Ultimately then, no political activist is without another side, Rahul. It is just that one has to judge objectively the extent of it. Mao killed 63 million of his own people and he's on the currency notes. Mass murderers Stalin and Lenin are still worshipped in India. So is Churchill, who actually starved 4 million Indians to death. That's why I am against eulogizing political leaders, because to honor them is almost always a political call.
Okay. So, Sanju Verma, you believe that this is politics, unvarnished politics?
You know, Rahul, first, I'm sorry you share your name with somebody who I quite don't eulogize or admire from any which angle, but be that as it may, let's be very clear about certain facts. It was in 2016 that Rahul Gandhi came to Maharashtra, and at a massive rally, he said that RSS, Veer Savarkar, ये सब ने मिलकर महात्मा गांधी जी को मार डाला. Ram Madhav Kunte petitioned the Supreme Court and asked for an apology from Rahul Gandhi. In 2016, with folded hands, Rahul Gandhi apologized. मेरा वो मतलब नहीं था. In 2018, Rahul Gandhi again came for a rally to Vidarbha in Maharashtra. He again said, Veer Savarkar और RSS ने मिलकर Veer Savarkar को RSS
Sorry, you cannot allow a lies.
RSS ने मिलकर, please. Veer Savarkar और RSS ने मिलकर गांधी को मार डाला.
Relax. Let her finish. You can respond. You can respond. Let her finish. Let her finish.
No. He's never apologized.
One second, Mr. Pevnawala, you can respond. Let her finish. Let her finish. You serve your cause. No, don't. 1 second.
Because you will not give me time. The minute I
Of course I will give you time. Of course. You're wasting time now. Yes, Sanju Verma, finish your point.
Thank you, Rahul. In 2018, I repeat, Rahul Gandhi came to a rally in Maharashtra and again repeated, Veer Savarkar और RSS ने मिलकर महात्मा गांधी को मार डाला. Kapil Sibal had to appeal on behalf of Rahul Gandhi with folded hands in Supreme Court. The petitioner in this case was Rajesh Kunte. Again, Rahul Gandhi said, "Mera to wo matlab nahi tha." And today in 2022, again in Maharashtra, the repeat offender Rahul Gandhi said, Veer Savarkar और RSS ने मिलकर महात्मा गांधी को मार डाला. The point I'm making, Rahul, please allow me 30 seconds. The point I'm trying to make is, A, Rahul Gandhi is a repeat offender. B, he indulges in shoot and scoot politics because he knows he will get away with an apology. And point number 3, adding to what Mr. Ranganathan said, I will just take 10 seconds to tell you, we all are in agreement about one thing. Irrespective of our political ideologies, Mahatma Gandhi is somebody, pardon me, who most people eulogize. And I'll just take 10 seconds to tell you the letter that Mahatma Gandhi wrote to Chittaranjan Das, who was a close friend of Motilal Nehru in 1920. The Savarkar brothers' talent should be utilized for public welfare. As it is, India is in danger of losing her faithful sons. Unless she wakes up in time, please. I had the pleasure of meeting Vinayak Savarkar in London. He is brave, clever, patriot, frankly a revolutionary. The evil in its hideous form of the present system of government he saw much earlier than I did. He is in the Andamans for having loved India way too much. This is Mahatma Gandhi's letter to Chittaranjan Das. Now I want to ask the Chauthi Fail Brigade. आपका क्या कहना है? Will you define
Let me bring in Tehseen Poonawala. Rahul Gandhi had said RSS के लोगों ने गांधी को मारा. For that, he is facing a case in a Bhavandi court in Thane. He hasn't apologized. Not sure.
Exactly.
Sanju Verma ji, what you're referring to, don't think he had to apologize in court except for the comment he made on Rafale. 1 minute.
Rahul,
so I'm just setting that fact out there so everyone knows. Now, Mr. Poonawala.
And I was in court then. I'll tell you what happened.
Okay. So I've set the record straight, haven't I? Now, I just want to ask you. How on earth?
Thank you.
How on earth has Rahul conflated 2 letters with treachery when Mahatma Gandhi is also signed off and said to the British, I beg to remain your Royal Highness's faithful servant? Why is he saying all of this when his own Dadi praised Savarkar's daring defiance of British government? Now, either the Dadi was wrong or Rahul Gandhi is right.
Rahul, I'm going to just end with one thing because we're short of time. The Kapoor Commission has concluded, and my grandfather served Mahatma Gandhi when Mahatma Gandhi was in jail. And that was the 3rd assassination attempt on Mahatma Gandhi when he was coming back from Panchgani. That Savarkar was involved in that. That is the Kapoor Commission findings. Okay, so Savarkar is involved, as per the Kapoor Commission, in the assassination of the father of this nation, the greatest man to have walked up our earth. That is Mahatma Gandhi. And that says it all for Savarkar. As for his title Veer, there was a book written. Later on, documents reveal that the book which gave the title Veer to Savarkar was written by Savarkar himself as Chitragupt. Please get at these facts. Savarkar and Jinnah were the only two people to let Mahatma Gandhi down in the Quit India movement, and they destabilized Gandhi.
Okay, so let me ask you very quickly, 30 seconds, and I want a quick response.
And my grandfather served Gandhi.
Was Rahul Gandhi's Dadi and someone who heads the family that you are, married into a liar? Why would she call the murderer of Mahatma Gandhi a daring defier of British government? And Savarkar's daring defiance has its own importance in the annals of freedom movement. If he was such a treacherous, whatever.
A lot of the documents, the secret files, including this title of Veer, opened only after the 80s and the 90s, when those files were declassified.
Right. So now you have another viewers. This viewers is a former prime minister who suspended democracy in our country. And are you saying that she would never have known any of these facts? Come on, who are we, kidding tonight? Yes, very quickly. Very quickly to my good friend Tehseen. Tehseen, is it or is it not a fact that Mr. Motilal Nehru pleaded before the Viceroy to let off his son from Nava jail after 2 weeks of his incarceration there? Yes or no? Tehseen, come on, go for it. Answer, yes or no? He's still waiting for the
or is it not
OSA
a fact that
Okay,
Pandit
I'll leave it
Jawaharlal
at
Nehru
this,
spent the
viewers.
highest time
You know how
in
this
jail-
stacks up.
in jail
I'll leave
in
it
the
at
freedom
this. The news
struggle?
are coming up. Don't go away.